Hello and welcome to this video on iisu Interaction Designer. I've seen on the community that not many people understand the goal of Interaction Designer, and I wanted to clarify this and show you a bit what my workflow is when working with it. So I'm working on a small project right now, which is a gesture-based Simon game. So the game where you have to hit color keys in the right order. So basically this is the objective of this small tutorial. So we can recognize the red, blue, green and yellow, which are lifting your arms or kicking your feet forwards. So I just made those small drawing in paint. So to get started, we just create a new project here in Interaction Designer. So basically the main goal of Interaction Designer is making it easy to write gesture recognition code, which can sometimes be pretty difficult and requires a lot of tuning and modification and testing. So what it does in a nutshell is transforming the data you get from the iisu middleware into your application specific data. So using those data that are available here, like the user mass center and so on that we can see here, we'll transform that into basically 4 Boolean values that will tell me if I'm in the right position. So lifting my left arm or my right arms. So let's just get started. So the first step would be I usually start by recording a movie of the gesture I want to recognize, so it's easier for testing afterwards. So I'll just do that. I'll save it here. There we go. And make a 5 seconds movie. It should be enough for this one. So I'll quickly run in front of the Kinect camera. So now let's see if the video looks okay. Yeah, so as you can see, I was wrong. I raised my wrong arm, but it's not a problem. So there we have it, the depth map. The movie is running, keeps running, and we have a 3D representation as well. So now let's get coding. As you can see, the script window here is where we will code our interaction recognition code. We have the init function and the main function, which are there by default. The init function is called only once when the script is started, and it can be useful for setting up default values and stuff. And the main function is where all the processing happens. In this function is called every frame. So in our case, what we will do is, for the left arm, we'll try to detect whether the left arm is far enough from the body, from the mass center. So in order to do that, we'll have to use inputs from iisu, of course. That is, we'll have to take the left hand position of the user. So we'll take it in the list and drag it here. And we'll also use the mass center of the body in order to have a reference position. So I take the mass center here. So what we'll first do is, in the init function, set a threshold value, which will be basically the minimum distance that is needed for the detection. let's say half a meter. And now in the main function, so we need a return value which will be red, a boolean which by default should be false, and then we'll do the testing. So if your left hand dot x is bigger than your mass center dot x plus our threshold, then that should be true. So now we have our basic computation. We can drag it to the output to see if it's calculated. I made a mistake here. There we go. And as you can see, now it's turning true false sometime. What we can do for better testing is add a label. I think it's a label. And then we can drag the value there so we can see it in bigger, and if I test it with the camera I can still see it on my screen. And that's exactly what I will do now. Go on camera mode and stand in front of the camera. So as you can see, it works. It's not perfect, it's very simple, but that's basically what we have to do. So now I will show you how you can use this in your application. So you have to make sure that this is checked in the output, and that all the value that you want to use in your application are present in the output column. And then in the C# code, here is the initialization code for iisu. It's the same as in a normal iisu application. So you just create a device, you initialize it, you register handles for the different events like device update or error. And the line that interests us is this one. So iid load graph, the name of your script, in my case simon.iid. And so basically this sends a command to iisu telling it to load our script. So you have to make sure that the script is available. You can add it to Visual Studio, and it will just appear here, and you can open it from Visual Studio into Interaction Designer. So it's well integrated. Then you just start the device and you register the parameters. So in our case, this is the one. You just register it the way you would register any other parameters. You can find the name in Interaction Designer. It's here. So there we have it. In case you don't know the name of your parameter by heart, you can find it here. And I think I will stop here for the first part. In the next part, if I have time, I will explain how to make this script more robust using the end status and hysteresis. Thanks.